Greg scare. Hello, Pink Greg. That's pretty cool. Just straight up forgot there was a stream today. I was kind of wondering, right? Because you brought up the VC. So I wasn't thinking about it. I just said words. That didn't make any sense. I don't know why I said that. Gosh, I'm having a crisis. Been a stream on Wednesdays for the past 3 years. It has been that long, hasn't it? Has it been 3 years? You're lying. You'd be surprised. Oh, right. I think we should play video games. Very cool. Alrighty. Ooh, let's start with a save from chapter 4. I think that's smart. Wow, I did not think it would go white right there. I've loaded this game several times and I still got flashbanged. Yakuza? So true, Sparkles. Time should just stop moving. Things should stop happening. No, I don't know what Xenoblade 3 is. Breg, whenever you mention Xenoblade 3 by name, or Xenoblade by name, like, my heart, like, skips a little beat. It's like, ooh! Oh, wow, if I walked, walked like 2 feet to the left, a cutscene started. I don't know how that didn't happen before. Turns around, it's Ichiban. Ichiban, what happened? This guy just looks evil. He looks so evil. Twist a strip of paper and tape the 2 ends together. What you get is the letter of the alphabet. Oh? Yeah. Could be yes, but it could be many more of them too. Rhyme, I've got no idea what you're on about. How long have you been here? Since long before you arrived. I wager you saw me in the crowd, but didn't recognize me. I feel like that nose could stab someone. Tells me you don't have much of a file on me. A relief, really. Ellipses. Now, what'll it be? Shall I proceed with the deal? No, let's walk and talk. Here? No, idiot! We're walking! Around! Stupid! You don't... We're gonna walk in place? This guy. Maybe it'll help jog your memory, you know? Sure, you have so much to tell. Really have thought this through. Moving target is a lot harder to hit. Not to mention, I thought you'd appreciate a nice long stroll through Tojo clan turf. How thoughtful of you. Then lead the way, Tadamura-san. That little goofy smile on his face. This angle is really funny to me for some reason. Oh my gosh, it just adjusted. Guys, you have to look where you're going. Guys, you're gonna run into something.
確かに谷村さん、あなたのお父さんはあの襲撃事件に柴田、そして私が関係していたことは突き止めています。
What's the guy in front of us
25
doing?
年前のあの事件は私と柴田が書いた絵。
He's just running
私は
everywhere.
あの時間、冴島大河が一人で襲撃に来ることを知っていた。
ちょっと待って。確か25年前のあの事件。
He's surrounding someone.
どうして生き残ることができたんだ。
だから知っていたと言ったでしょう。私は事前に冴島がどうやって襲撃してくるかも知っていた。
防弾チョッキか。
まあそんなところです。私はあらかじめ備えをしていた。
I'm barely able to pay attention to what they're saying.
それまでです。
The presentation of this cutscene is so funny.
柴田と共謀し、自分の組織の幹部を抗争に見せかけて殺させる絵を描いた。自らが死ぬ可能性があるにもかかわらず。
当時私は22歳、柴田さんは30歳。若い2人が
There's another guy running in circles in front of us.
そうする必要があったんです。
あんたは事件の後、まんまと上の清和会の若頭に就任。柴田も登場会で直系へと昇格した。あんたたちの計画が成功したというわけか。
ええ、まあそうなります。
やけにあっさり話すんだな。
Man, the way they just stare at each other
今この事実が
while they're walking.
私が罪に問われることはない。
確かにあんたの罪はもう時効だ。だが極道社会ではそれは通じないだろう。だからあんたは安子さんを使って柴田組の関係者を殺させ、
Oh, returning.
して柴田を殺した。
Did not see that one coming. Biggest plot twist so far.
そういうことですね。
あくまで自分の犯行ではないというつもりか。
Is this cutscene going to be an entire lap around Theater Square?
25年前、俺の親父はなぜ殺される必要があった。
And then back to the Millennium
その
Tower?
理由を教えてもらおう。
あなたのお父さん、谷村さんは25年前の事件の裏に私と柴田が動いていたことを突き止めた。だがその捜査の過程でもっと大きなものを発見してしまったんです。
それは何なんだ。
不正です。あなたのお父さんは事件の捜査をしていくうちに警察内部の不正の
Echelon is a fun word. I like that one a lot.
警察内部の不正だと。
25年前の事件、あの事件は警察によって捜査されたものだった。
A good comparison here, but you don't know enough about Sonic. This sucks. I'm sorry, Breg.
事件の真犯人を隠すため。
But I need to stay away from Sonic for the sake of my own health.
だと。
ええ、そうです。あの事件、冴島大河は襲撃を行った。でも真の犯人は別にもう一人いるんです。
あんたが安子さんに知っていると言った真犯人ってのはそいつのことなんだな。
あなたのお父さんはその真犯人の正体と真犯人を知りながらもそれをもみ消した警察の不正を知ってしまった。だから殺されたんですよ。
誰なんだ。親父を殺したやつってのは、その真犯人ってのは。
Did you stop walking? Tanamura, you just broke the deal. This cutscene reminds me of Chow Racing.
こんな時間に外を歩いたのは久しぶりだ。
おい答えろ、桂木。
その前に取引です。冴島康子さんの居場所を教えてもらいましょうか。
Tanamura. He's gonna open up the briefcase and
何の真似です。
Majima's gonna come flying out and kill this guy.
だから安子さんのことは見逃してやってくれ。彼女は沖縄へ行った。冴島大河に会うためにな。何がおかしい。彼女の役目はもう終わったはずだ。
You can say what's so funny, but that laugh was not real. That was a cool angle.
もう手遅れなんですよ。
I like that a lot.
冴島康子もお前も
Me when I'm surrounded by nothing.
これは
Wonder, by the way, who is this?
どういうことだ
Tanemura? Or him? Oh, hello. He's the bad guy, the guy you're playing as. Oh,
しますします
Tanemura's like a detective guy,
まずはあなただ
looking into everything surrounding the one lady.
貴様
最後に教えてあげますよ25年前の事件
Yeah, yeah.
11人殺した真犯人あれね
Don't tell me you killed 18 people.
俺なんだよ
I asked you, I just said one thing, buddy.
カツラギまだ話は終わってないぞ
ああそうだあなたが通っている故郷って店あの店のご主人にもついでに消えてもらいますんで
Well, why are you...
なんだと
急いで行かないと殺されちゃいますよご主人も可愛らしい中国人のお嬢さんも、ね、
That's just rude, sir.
貴様
それじゃ
Completely unnecessary.
俺の親父を殺したのもお前なのかおい答えろカツラギ
Should have asked that when he got to Kiryu.
さあ
That would have been awesome.
どうだか
So you guys cleared out the city, but you didn't clear out the authorities? That's a bit silly, isn't it?
そこまでだ
杉内さん
てめえ早く行けいつも入り浸ってる店の連中が危ないんだろ
はい
お前ら全員捜査一課でまとめて面倒見てやる覚悟しろ
Do you guys have the advantage there? There's like a lot of them, and you only have like 3 guns. I guess if they tried to attack you, not all of them would make it, but I don't think... I think if they all tried to get you, you wouldn't... You'd be dead. Oh my gosh, I have... Got the money advantage. This is actually extremely powerful. Why? This money is invulnerable? Oh, this poor soul. I love this sound effect. I hope that if I throw it, I just lose it immediately. Oh, I can't throw it. I did try, though. Got a labeled cell for every goon? I guess so. So, rest in peace, Nakata. He's got his own cell now. Eh. Wow, there's... Am I supposed to be going somewhere? I can upgrade abilities. Oh, yeah. Now we've got a better rush combo for all the rush comboing that we're doing with this briefcase in our hands. Eh. This is the same guy. Hi, buddy. Thanks for the healing. Alright, where am I going? Homeland. Got it. I do have a yellow health bar. Are you important? Well, it sure didn't seem like it. You have a yellow health bar too. Who do you think you are, buddy? Bozo? Ouch! Rude. Cool. Can I go this way? It looks like I just have the map open to me. I'm glad that I can zoom in and out of this specific square. Uh-oh. Several. No! That was making fighting fun! No, give it back! I can't go fight that guy! Bozo. Ouch. I need to heal. I could not parry that. Parry, 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 parry! Bozo. Bonk. Big damage. You love to see it. I'm really... Okay, I was saying that he's not super fun, but I do like how his combo goes straight into a heat action. That's super cool. Oh, I can get this sword for you, sir. How does it feel to be special, friend? I bet it feels fantastic. Man, you're just suffering, aren't you? Hey, Money Guy. I'm glad Money Guy just waited around while I beat up all his friends. Oh. Ugh. This poor guy. Sounds like I'm making him choke every time I run into him. What? We're going up to the rooftops? Just occurred to me, I said this poor guy, I don't care about him. He could fall off the roof right now and I wouldn't mind. I don't remember how to do the quick turn. Eh. What? I forgot that was a thing. Bozo. Okay, throw him off now. Oh, he looks pretty dead. I have to try harder than that. Oh, some other goobers followed, though. Oh, hey, a sparkly. I'd like to snag that when we're done, if you guys wouldn't mind. You had a sword and that was scary to me. Oh, there's a second one with a sword. Oh, the one without the sword is the proper boss, though. There we go. Alright, buddy. There we go. Just trying to do one of those on him. Oh, you're not dead. Buddy, who do you think you are? You're not him. You're just not. It's taking way too long. I need to get there now. Off he goes. This is bad. This place is crawling with Katsuragi's goons. There he is. Well, yeah, that was pretty bad. Now we are running. What the heck? Dude! This segment is gonna suck on Legend difficulty. That's all I'm thinking about right now. All of these segments with no save points. This is absurd! Does them catching me even mean anything, though? I'm fine. What was the point of that? Why this guy's so fast? I don't know. It didn't even matter. They would just, like, give me a gentle shove. I wouldn't even fall to the ground. I would maintain my speed. I don't understand what all that was about. Okay. This is it. Talk about hard to find. Oh, scram. But once you getting hurt now, would we? That is a 2-year-old child, sir. Hold it right there. Kudos on making it this far. Take this to Homeland for me. Okay. Thanks, girl. No, you're after me, so leave these people out of it. Actually, more interested in that restaurant and the money than you, but if you want us to walk over your corpse to get him, hey, that's your call. Okay, thanks. Thank goodness he's gone. Alright. Plus abilities. You'll love to see it. Don't hit me! It makes me upset. I want that. Why am I slapping him in the head with a sword? This is a sword! Stab him! Okay, buddy. I don't think we have any mods present. Go away, thank you. Hey, hey, hey! I wasn't ready yet! You can't hit me if I'm not ready. I can't grab you either, that's fun. I'm ready for it, sorry. It's okay, Rhyme. What is the point of parrying this guy? He just immediately... Like, he turned 90 degrees before I could even hit him. Look at that! Like, what the heck? How does he turn 180 degrees in a second before I can react? That's absurd. He should not be able to turn that much. I need a heal. Good morning, Tiny Murs. Good morning, Monas. This. Why? That is just awful. Sure doing nothing to him, but he's also doing nothing to me. Yeah, keep quick-stepping, buddy. Alright, well, that just did nothing. This guy's pretty much a do you know how to parry guy? Well, yeah, it sure is, but I can't punish him when I parry him. I finally got to there. Oh my gosh. If he runs into a wall, it punishes him. Oh, cool, Zhao wasn't dead yet. Watch out, what happened? You're alright. Man, I'm so happy I could hug you. Maybe after I catch my breath. Are you okay, Machan? Yeah, I'll be good in a minute. Oh, by the way, there's someone here to see you. Huh? Hisai. Okay, police guy. You were the cool police guy, I think. Tanamura-kun, thank goodness you're safe. Chief? I mean, I guess most of the police guys have been kind of cool. Oh, that was the end of the chapter. Okay. Door to the truth. I like doors. Truth, not as much, but doors are cool. What? You mean someone else killed those 18 men? Right. Ueno Seiwa officers were taken out by one of their own, Katsuragi. Wait, what? I don't think I processed that before. Are they saying that Saejima didn't kill all those people? And that someone else did instead? That's like where the number 18 has been thrown around. Is that what they're saying? Or was this a different 18 people? Snatcher pants? Is that the plot point that you said was stupid? Or that people said is stupid? When he said that he did it, I was very confused by what he meant. Because this doesn't make any sense at all. The heck, he didn't even do it. He's not cool anymore. Taking credit for other people's work is just wrong. True. Yes, but not exactly. Alright, I'm going to keep playing the game. The Ueno Seiwa officers are taken up by one of their own, Katsuragi. And Yasuko Saijima's brother's innocent. Well, he did carry out the attack, so he's far from innocent. What do you mean? There's a big difference in sentencing for murder and attempted murder. So he did kill 18 people, but Katsuragi also killed the 18 people. That's lacy Pokemon dialogue. Awesome. Is this Katsuragi also responsible for killing your father? Couldn't get an answer out of him. I see. Oh, it's a cutscene now. Nope, never mind. We just moved the camera back a little bit. I was going in for the sip of water, thinking I would get a break, but I do not. Either way, Tanamura-kun, the stunt you pulled had me worried half to death. I got a call from Sugiyuchi-kun in Homicide telling me you were trying to contact the Ueno Seiwa. So I took it upon myself to search for you before you wound up in danger, which ended up happening anyway. Ah, so that's why you're here. Tanamura-kun must have some inclination as to how dangerous the Ueno Seiwa clan is right now. Even aware of the gravity of this situation? More or less. Ugh. That man's neck just broke. Well, at least this Katsuragi seems to know something about your father's killer. Sounds like progress to me. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it. My long face. Finally have a promising lead. Something that Katsuragi said has been bugging me. What was that? Police covered up the truth about the massacre in 1985. Knew the real killer was Katsuragi, but they pinned it all on Saejima. How did they both kill 18 people? Did Saejima kill 18 people, or did Katsuragi kill 18 people? There's no way that all 18 people were killed twice. Huh? What? Oh, this rings a bell, Chief? No, I'm not in Homicide, and back then I was low on the totem, as low on the totem pole as it gets. Fair enough. So were the police trying to protect Katsuragi? If so, why? Who knows? I obviously couldn't let a scandal like that go public. Just thought of something. Maybe we could dig something up at headquarters. Oh yeah? How? Archive room 13 on basement level 3. The so-called Forbidden Room. What? Forbidden Room? That's right. Also known as the Scandal Graveyard. All records of police misconduct over the years supposedly end up there. We could have started there. So the rumor goes. Interesting. Just might find something useful. Yes. Or, well, could all simply be a rumor. Still worth a shot. In fact, I'm all over it. Now hold your horses, Tanamura-kun. Think about it. Archive 13 is smack dab in the middle of headquarters. A rookie like you can't just go strolling in there without permission. I beg to differ. I mean, we're dealing with someone who can cover up mass murder. Doubt they'd be keen on giving me access to the evidence. You serious about this, Machan? Tanamura-kun, I don't know nothing. So, we all ready to go? Huh? Wait, we as in you and me? Of course! Us community safety boys gotta stick together, right? Besides, I've only been to HQ maybe once or twice. Probably couldn't find this archive even if I tried. But you know right where it is, don't you, Chief? What? No, well, I mean, yes, but be that as it may. Great! Then I'll be counting on you. Cool. We got a plan. Orange juice? I don't know why I said Druce. That's kind of cool. Haven't had orange juice in ages. top tier beverage. I would like to do other things first, thank you. Namely, save. It's been quite some time. Also near the pawn shop. I'll sell that plate. Actually, it hasn't been that long because it prompted me to save when I made it to the next chapter. Whoopsies. I would like to sell my plate, thank you. Probably isn't worth very much. Maybe we can use it for something. Oh, I probably should keep that then. I can sell the garbage for free? What a deal! You know, I almost said only 13,000 yen for one of these plates, but that, in fact, almost doubled my money. So, larceny on Pink Street? Well, too bad for them, I guess. Can sell pocket tissues for 0 yen in the original Yakuza. That's awesome. That is really cool. Alright, let's go. Did I have to pay that yen? That would suck. 710? I could fund so many games of Mahjong. Oh, I'm here. Examine? Why is this even in here? Alright, good start. Can I examine it again? Why can't I? Pick up the book. Why is this in here? Put it back on the shelf. You pick it up again. Seriously, why is this in here? Put it back on the shelf. Nope. Alright. I cannot go into other aisles. I had to double check, yeah. Not it. I'd like to think that this is just the same book and there are multiple copies. I think I found it. Literally the last one. The Assault on Yoshiharu Ueno. 1. Case overview. Attempt on Yoshiharu Ueno's life was carried out on April 21st, 1985. Shortly after 12 o'clock noon that day, a lone gunman armed with 6 revolvers burst into a ramen shop located in Tokyo's Suginami ward. Saijima. Yoshiharu Ueno, chairman of the Ueno Seiwa clan, was one of the 20 men shot inside and one of the 2 who survived. The gunman was one Taiga Saijima, a 20-year-old member of the Tojo clan. The day of the incident, Ueno had just been released after serving a 2-year prison term. With him were several top members of his clan. This report is missing something, just like Katsuragi said. According to him, he should be the one listed as the killer. But all that's here is the part Saijima played. Literally, what else could he have done? He walked in there and shot 18 people. How is Katsuragi trying to take credit for that? Investigation. That looks like someone that would be in an analog horror series on YouTube. Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department formed a special investigation team led by detectives Taiga Tanimura and Junji Sugiyuchi. Oh, is that Papa? Oh, Dad and Sugiyuchi. They worked the case together? Why haven't I heard this before? What the heck's going on? I don't know. That wasn't helpful at all. What'd you find out? More than I expected. Nothing. Let's go. What? Already? Yeah, I have a good lead. Point wasting any more time here. Hello, madam. Why did they double check to make sure I was ready before going there? That took like 2 seconds. I thought there'd be like a fight or something. I guess it's so you can just have the opportunity to save and quit if you want? Wow, that was rude. What the heck? This guy, what is your problem? We're talking. My goodness. Chief, I have a few things I need to check out. Why don't I see you later? That's fine. I'll be back at the station if you need me. Just don't do anything crazy, you hear? Father wouldn't want you going out guns blazing over this. Uh-huh. I would never. I think I'll head back to Homeland for now. Need some time to digest all this. Need some time to go out guns blazing. Alright, well this is fun, but I literally don't know how they're going to explain this part of the story. By all accounts, there is no way that this is going to make sense. Greg, why are you green? Greg's just been going on a color spree today. This is the worst location. It's only bad if you go in from that entrance, but that's like the entrance. Oh my gosh. It's just... What are you doing? This is a bathroom! How? There's garbage here. This is not a real location. There's just no way. Oh, that wasn't where I had to go, actually. Is it? I don't know. No, there's nothing up there. It's all down here. I took a wrong turn somewhere. I took the only wrong turn that exists. I didn't know that it was possible to make straight lines so incomprehensible. But leave it to the Yakuza team. Is there a sub-story about the main antagonist of Yakuza 2 stealing people's pants? Because he's awesome? It's pretty much exactly what I would say. Oh, Machan, you're back. How'd the thing go? Well, I found the case report for the hit. You did? What did it say? A lot of stuff I already knew, plus one new piece of info. Oh? Sugiyuchi was investigating that case, along with my dad. Sugiyuchi? Same one that's always given you heck back at the station? That didn't really make much sense with heck replacing it, but whatever. Talked to him more times than I care to remember, but he never once mentioned being on a case with my dad. It's despite him knowing how bad I want the truth. You should kill him, I think, Tanemura. It's not the worst of it either. I'm starting to believe someone on the force did my father in. Katsuragi said as much when we met yesterday. Another officer. Things just keep getting better, huh? Surely it's not Sugiyuchi, right? Surely he wouldn't go, man, Sugiyuchi never talks about my dad. I don't know what's up with it. But I also think that a police officer might have killed him, and they were working on the case together. Oh, man. If only we could put the pieces of this puzzle together. If only I was a detective who knew how to put pieces together, think about things. Oh, it's tough. Seriously. Why don't you call it a day, Machan? Even you need to rest at some point. You're right. I think I'll knock out for a while. You do that. Hey, Meihua. Get Machan's futon ready. What are you implying? Oh, that was the whole chapter? What? That was not a chapter. That wasn't a chapter. That is a lie. That is just false. That was like 10 minutes. There wasn't even gameplay. Chapter's 10 minutes long. You go to the police station and you look at a book and you talk to 2 people and it's over. That's awesome. Gonna launch an internal investigation? If it... Not yet. Something I need to do first. What? I want to beat people up with a briefcase again. Don't tell me you're taking off with the money. Yeah, I'm totally skipping town. Actually, take it back to its original owner. Oh, who is that? Some money lender, apparently. He's got an office in Tenkaichi Street called Sky Finance. Can you imagine how much interest 100 million yen would rack up if I just let it sit? Yeah, forget that. Dude! Tanemura and Akiyama are gonna beat each other to death over a misunderstanding. This is gonna be sick. Bye, Machan. Have a good day. Oh, I'll try. See you later. I'll give it a shot. If I have anything to say about it, it's time to get access to your minigames. At this point, you'll be done with side content. Why did Rhyme say, what's stopping me from deciding to spend 3 hours playing Mahjong a second time? It did not take him 3 hours the first time. It didn't even take me 3 hours the first time. What is he on about? You can't finish Mahjong in 3 hours. Rhyme time biggest Mahjong fan guy. The really funny thing about Mahjong is that I actually kind of like it. During my Legend playthrough of Yakuza 0 that I just did, whenever I had to spend time wasting time in the game and waiting for something to happen, I would go to Mahjong and play Mahjong. Alright. Hey, Akiyama! You wanna kill me? The Sky Finance was here all along. Oh, we didn't know. Learned the very basics of it and tried playing it just for the sake of playing it and had fun. It is kind of fun. I got lucky when I tried to complete it, which is probably why I had fun. Tried to complete it. I did complete it. I actually completed it after the last stream that I did. I played it for another hour and finished it. It was pretty sick.
どちらさん？
あんた、秋山さんか？
そうですけど。
Can someone tell Rhyme that there's an achievement in this game to win a Mahjong round with a hand of only pairs? He'd love that.
Soか。あんたが安子さんに金を貸した男だったのか。
安子？
Thank you, Mona.
リリちゃんのこと？どうしてあんたリリちゃんの名前を？
So that's her story. She didn't tell you any of this? Nope, never asked. Figured it was something serious, but dang. Borrowing enough to put 100 millionaires in debt, all to save your wrongfully accused brother on death row. Just wish she'd have come to me earlier. Might have saved her from going down a dark path. Well, now that Katsuragi's broken his promise, we can at least put the money issue to rest. Here. I'm sure she'd want you to have this.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. Wait, what? I'm saying I won't accept the money. We're straight. Yeah, right. Okay. Explanation, please? Regardless of how things went down, I lent that money to her. Isn't it only right that she be the one to return it? I don't know. Why'd that leave a big gaping hole in your account? Detective, I have so much money I hardly know what to do with it. I'm not interested in making more. As for the 100 million, I couldn't give a rat's rear if I never saw it again. Why? You see, I only lend money to people I feel are worth investing in. That way I can see how my loan affects their life. That's a much more meaningful reward than seeing numbers on a spreadsheet. I'm not sure I understand your logic, but okay. Point is, I'm not taking that money. Not until she returns it in person. Where is she, anyway? Okinawa. Her brother was transferred to a prison there a few days ago. She said she wanted to be near him on his execution date. I knew she was a keeper. What? Did I not mention? I fell for her. What, like in love? Exactly. So I'd really like to see her again. Unfortunately, that money's the only connection between us now. If I take it back from you, the connection is cut, and I'll probably never see her again. Some say love only lasts as long as the money. Ain't that the truth? Pretty sad, huh? Almost as sad as this Arai-san business. Arai? Tried to go for that probably as often as I did the full straight when I was playing Zero. Yeah, that does sound fun. At least that one's literally entirely luck-based instead of requiring skill to get. That's true, I suppose. I tried for pairs a bunch when I was playing Mahjong, and I could never get it to work, though. Hello? Oh, Kito-chan, how you been? Found a Arai-san yet? What? Mishima? In the Ueno goon without a bullet in his head? Uh-huh. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Leave it to me, I'll get back to you. Bye. Cutscene or transition? Transition. He's sitting down. Who is that? I heard something about finding Arai. That was Kito, Arai's right-hand man. What? Might as well tell you now. I'm helping Kito find his boss, Arai. He's a good kid. Why? Because I can't afford to lose Arai-san. Shibata's boys are going nuts trying to find him. Trying to appease the Ueno Seiwa by handing him over. Have to find him somehow before they get their hands on him. Of course, if what you just said is true, I've been betting on the wrong horse. What's your connection with Arai anyway? Been backing him out of personal interest. I'm not a mob front or anything. Still, this whole thing's been a real kick in the sack. I can't imagine Arai would be in bed with Katsuragi. Never pegged him as the type to make a move like that. So what exactly was that call about? Oh, that. Kito-chan was looking for Arai-san when he stumbled across the other Ueno goon. You know, the one that disappeared after the shooting? There was another one? Guy named Mishima. Sworn brothers with Ihara, the guy Arai ventilated downstairs. So what about him? He's asking for police protection. In exchange, he says he'll cough up all he knows. Wants the police? Wants a detective he can trust. Oh man, wish we knew one of those. One that can protect him from the Ueno Seiwa clan. Think you should go talk to him. Me? But I'm not a detective. You're a perfect fit. I mean, based on what you said, the force sounds like a total snake pit. Plus, you can't count on Sugiyuchi-san or your superiors. What better person than you? Why should I? Who knows? Might get you a step closer to the truth you're looking for. How do you figure? This guy's just 200% questions, isn't he? Recent shooting between the Ueno Seiwa clan and Kanamura Enterprises, right? Got this hunch it's all connected to the case your old man was working back in '85. Just too much overlap between the main players to be a coincidence. Ellipses. Majima's messed up ponytail physics is so much more erratic than has any right to be. Misses Ponytail sometimes? Yeah, I did play a lot more Zero with him in the ponytail look, and yeah, I miss it a little bit too. But I do love his insane haircut that he has now. It fits him really well. The ponytail was good for when he tried to be a little bit more sane. Why now? Because it's really cool if it happens now.
桂木は焦っていた。ドンパチ事件が起こる前に何とかして25年前のことを知る人間を殺す必要があった。どうしてだ？
指示されていたからか。桂木を裏で操っている人間に。
その人間ってのは
25年前の真実が公になってはならない人間。事件をもみ消そうとした警察の連中か。
そういうことになる。警察内部に裏切り者がいるってことだな。どうする？三島って男に会ってみる？その価値はあると思うけど。
Someone bad in the police.
俺が行こう。だが罠を張る。
It's a shame that there's like
何それ？
one police character, so it's either someone new or Sugiyuchi.
何か知ってる可能性もある。
まあ、そりゃそうだけど。
なら三島の存在は桂木だけじゃなく、警察の裏切り者にとっても。
That's pretty epic rhyme.
なるほどね。わざと警察に三島との接触を報告して裏切り者をあぶり出すってことか。危険な賭けになるぞ。覚悟はできてんのか？
なあ、俺にとってこの山は自分の人生そのものなんだ。
And you might die, because you don't come back in the other games, I'm pretty sure. Mishima's supposedly hiding over the docks on Tokyo Bay. Best bet is to take a taxi there, unless, of course, you have a fancy cop car. Thanks for the advice. How to report my next move to the station. The place where you know a traitor is. Very smart. Hi, this is Tanamura from Community Safety. Can I please tell you exactly what to do to fight against me? Yeah, anyone there will do. Thanks. This is Tanamura from Community Safety reporting it. Just wanted to check in before I go meet with a Yakuza member named Mishima. Material witness of that shooting in Kamurocho the other day. Meeting him over at the docks on Tokyo Bay. Yes, that's right. No, he's already there. So feel free to, you know, mess up my plans if you want. Okay, thank you. Bye. Death Woo. Yeah! That's taken care of. I'll be on my way. Alright, just be careful. And good luck. I probably gonna need it. Think we just screwed our chances. Bad guy in the police. They're trying to find the truth. Game is Yakuza 4. Man. Every time that there's a 4 in anything. Detective. Police. Murder mystery. Man. Every time. She was supposed to be hiding in a warehouse on the docks. Getting there by cab would draw the least attention. The Legend of Zelda. What's the 4th Zelda game? It was like 1 and 2 are the only ones that are numbered. Mario 3? That's not 4. That is not the number 4. There's no point in me going this way. Chronologically or by release date? The Zelda timeline barely makes sense. I'm saying that's the 4th one. Mario 3 is. Is it technically? Well, that game would fit the bill, so I think I'll allow it. Which version of Mario 3? Link is there, so it's the 4th Zelda game. Oh, Mario 3 is the 4th Zelda game. Oh, my bad. Gotcha. Okay, real quick. What is this? Why are there no save points in this quadrant of the map? The fourth one chronologically is Four Swords, but release date's probably Game Boy 1 or Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time would make sense to me. There's like the Oracle games, right? I don't know what system those are on. I don't know anything about the Zelda series, if that isn't obvious. Gosh, they put golf in this game. If they also put fishing in this game, I'm gonna be upset. Wanted to get to my jokes. Sorry, Breg. So that wasn't the original too, but usually you can save in your Serena hideout. Oh, then Yakuza 0 added a save point there. Because Ryan was talking the other day about how awful save points were. And I said that they don't really get better. But it looks like they actually get worse. Oh, fourth is just Ocarina of Time. Cool. Do the Oracle games count as one game? What if one released 1 second after the other? Be tough. This guy is like 1,000,000% immediately dead. Are you a detective? Yeah? I'm here to place you under protection. Okay. You really think you can keep me safe? No? Only if you can keep your part of the bargain. Give me the dirt on what the Ueno Seiwa's been doing behind the scenes, and I'll make sure you stay out of harm's way. Then, that's a deal. I'll talk. Gunshot. It's like this. Me and Ihara were ordered to go make a scene at Club Elnard. Why? Don't know. Nobody said. Katsuragi just told us to stir stuff up, so we followed his orders. Then that goober showed up. Akiyama from Sky Finance? Yeah, Akiyama. Messed up the entire game plan. Don't remember nothing after he busted that bottle over my head. Next thing I knew, I was in the Champion District. Ihara must have carried me over. Woke up surrounded by garbage bins, no sign of Ihara anywhere. By the Champion District. Two of us got very drunk there a lot. That and it's close to Elnard. Ihara must have been freaking out. That someone was chasing him if he ditched me like that. Started looking for him so I could find out what happened and figure out our next move. I had no idea what a storm this whole thing had become. Anyway, I'd been walking around Kamurocho for a while when I found him. His body, anyway. Practically puked when I saw that. Couldn't even process what was going on, you know? All I knew is I was super freaking scared, so I ran as far as I could. Ended up at the Ueno Seiwa headquarters, but I barely remember how I got there. Found an empty room there to chill the heck out. Thought I'd catch my breath and try to digest all the stuff that just went down. Nice sensor wonder? No. Thank you. This guy's saying a lot of words I've never had to censor before, so he's weirding me out. That's when I heard Katsuragi. He was in the next room talking to somebody on the phone. What'd he say? Can't say I heard everything. He's in another room and he'd already been talking a while. It sounded like he was talking to the cops. Word police came up a lot. Yeah? That's what he said next that freaked me out. He said, Ihara's dead, just as planned. Get rid of Mishima as soon as we find him. Got the heck out right then and there. Thankfully, before anyone saw me. I'm keeping it low pro ever since. And cut. I think you're just as good as dead, buddy. It took so much longer than I thought it would. At least he said everything he had to. No way. No way. No. The guy who betrayed us was the guy obviously connected to everything? No. Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! What? No! I need to take a step back, guys. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh! I can't believe it. He seemed like such a nice guy. Oh no! One surprise after the next, kid. Getting this close to the truth and all by yourself? I'm dang near impressed. Don't seem too fazed by all this. Let's just say I had a feeling you'd show up. Let's just say it was unbelievably obvious. Might be a bit too surprised by this. Did you actually not expect it at all? Mona, are you... I don't know if you're joking, but I just feigned a lot of sarcasm. I literally said that it was him like 30 minutes ago. Like by name, that it was him. That it was absolutely him. This was unbelievably obvious. If you like sit down and think about it for any amount of time, all clues will point to him. If it's a traitor in the police, that's all you have to say. Traitor in the police. There's 2 police characters other than like the chief, who is unnamed and also was just helping, or Sugiyuchi, the guy who has repeatedly pushed Tanimura away from investigating the case with his dad. Like, it seems like he might have figured it out too, though. So maybe that was supposed to be easy. So you baited organized crime to see if you could lure out the traitor. Something like that. You're not surprised to see it's me. Not really. Though I can't say I wanted it this way. How'd you know it was me? Gambler's dumb luck? Detective's hunch? You're just really bad. Didn't you learn that back at the academy? Must have slipped my mind. So, what tipped you off? Known you were no ordinary cop for a while now. Ellipses. It's your fancy shoes. That's what tipped you off. That's what did it. It's shoes. They always look brand new. Not exactly practical for a homicide cop working murder scenes. A normal cop buys cheap shoes and wears them into the ground. Oh! How did I not see it before? The Chief does have a name, it's just too forgettable and not relevant. Well, his name is Chief, that's what they called him the whole time, so that's probably it. This is some Ace Attorney bit, it has to be. The watch, too, it's way too expensive for detective salary. It's so high-end, I doubt your average person's ever even heard of the brand. Sugiyuchi's just looking at him like, huh? That's what tipped you off? What are you, stupid? I left so many more obvious clues for you to follow. What? Did you just guess? What in the world? If they did, their heads would explode at the price tag. Well, don't you have it all? Instincts and a sharp eye. Please, Sugiyuchi-san. You really think it was all me? Huh? Kiryu comes flying in from the ceiling and punches him in the face. Haven't exactly been subtle. Rescue you staged when I met up with Katsuragi, sending Chief his side ahead to Homeland. Almost feels like you've been wanting me to catch on. What are you talking about? Been working with Katsuragi for the last 25 years. But now you've grown tired of your little partnership, haven't you? Ellipses. Paid a visit to Archive Room 13. Saw the reports when the Ueno Seiwa hit. What? His eyes? You and my dad were both assigned to that case. Only the 2 of you could have covered up something as big as Katsuragi butchering 18 of his own people. And I know it wasn't him. Ellipses. You were ordered by someone up top to alter the facts, weren't you? All to protect your good friend Katsuragi. Tell me I'm wrong. You shut your mouth! You're an awful shot, sir. You don't know the first thing about that case, or about me, other than the several things that you've made it very clear that you were able to figure out about me. Hold it, Your Honor. His shoes clearly look brand new, not to mention his very expensive-looking watch. He is clearly guilty. That's so true. Oh, Tanimura Gaming! This means that he just let Mishima die, though. You literally got someone killed. Take you 2 hours to get to that point in the case, and there'll still be 3 hours left of it. Oh, that sounds fantastic. I need to play the Ace Attorney games at some point. You don't think I can get out of this one? I've been out of much worse. I can fire one bullet and kill all of you right now. Why didn't you guys shoot him once he held the gun up? Isn't that the point? Are you just not going to kill him? He literally just killed a man. They should! Why would they not? Oh, they'll miss. Dang it! He saw through our plan! None of our guns have bullets in them. Idiot. I have a gun. That's kind of sick, actually. I've got my own brand of justice. It's called shooting you in the head. One guy could shoot him and just take all the blame. He could be a hit. Oh, there we go. Miss Ace Attorney Case 5 arrives from the ashes. I'm not gonna lie, Mona. I read that as Risei from the ashes. Just shoot him again! Why did you... You are afraid to shoot him. He brought a boat. Quick, shoot the tire. I really hope that just explodes. What? There was a second boat. Boat segment? Or is this just gonna be a cutscene? If they put boat gameplay in this game, it's the best in the series. Like... Oh my gosh! Meow! Nice shot, bozo. What does that crosshair mean? Okay, hold on. Oh! Oh! Alright, so I was supposed to be shooting him this whole time. Wish I could, like, charge up shots. When we're gonna be so happy in a later Yakuza game. That's probably true. Oh, I could charge him. That said quick attack, so I just thought of the Pokemon move. I didn't know what it did. Oh, heck yeah. Whoa! That sure didn't work out. I really hope that at the end of this, his boat just explodes. Bomb! Quick attack is a 40 base power normal type physical move with +1 priority. That's true, Reg. And this boat has it. Meow. Oh! I really wanted to finish him off with one more of those. Why'd you get mad? That didn't even mean anything. You just drove away still. Oh, darn. There's sparks coming out of that. That would probably be bad if I cared. Good thing you only fired one bullet. Ow, my shoulder. Why are you out of breath? You're driving a boat. Does that have something to do with you being shot in the shoulder? It's no excuse. Take care of yourself, buddy. What? You, the one who covered up the case? You were the one who killed my dad? That's impossible! I thought he put both cuffs around his one wrist. It's like, what are you doing, buddy? Handcuff fight? Well, how is this gonna work? So far, it looks like it's not. Oh, right? No, it's not. Handcuffs are gone. Fortunately not. Yeah, I guess not. Goodbye, green health bar. Idiot. Don't! That was all my heat! And my spine. I really like both those things. Why did you get rid of them? Don't! Oh my gosh, I spammed the button! Womp womp womp. Bozo. Just dropped by to say hi. Hello, Sean. I'm getting beaten to death. I hope you're doing well. I want this. It gave me power. I was so excited for a handcuff fight. Yeah, that would have been cool. I don't know how they would have done it, but that would have been sick. How did you... Okay. That class, unfortunately, so I can't tune in for long. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Good luck with your classes, though. This is very strange music. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, there goes all my heat, and he still threw me. I just want to parry you, sir. Big. Okay, yep. Oh, he just grabbed me. Why can't I spam out of that? That has hit me like every time. Why does that happen? That was kind of cool. Big. We finally got off one of these. Oh my gosh. Man, I do not like how you play against bosses. I really wish that parrying did me any good. Like, you'd think the whole point would be to get like a drop on them from the back? But in both cases where I've really wanted that to be something, it has not mattered. Like, they just turn too fast. Okay. Good. Okay, wait. Okay, it's just quick step against this guy. Wait. All right, that was not. What? That should not be allowed. Okay, my bad. Okay, no more grabs. No, I will not be trying that anymore. Man, I wish I could use a heat action ever. I can never, it's impossible to land the last part. How? How? I spammed the A button the moment that I saw the thing. That's actually impossible. That's impossible. Oh my gosh, Tanamura, why don't you do any damage? Every time. I have done exactly what I'm supposed to there every time. What is this guy's problem? I can't do anything! He still beats me there. is atrocious. He dodged that? Oh my gosh. Why even give me a button prompt? Just make me take damage. I would feel less bad about it. Oh my gosh, that was horrible. I have no options. Who cares? He killed him. Didn't he just say that your father... Didn't he say that he killed your father? That's what he said. Do you think he's lying? He's clearly a horrible person. He shot and killed a man like 10 minutes ago. Do you think this guy's honest? What? That's not possible. No? Dude, Moon. Eclipse. Alright, cool. Shoot him then.
Yakuza? じゃあ25年前の上野義晴襲撃事件の真犯人が桂木だということを俺の親父が知ってしまったからあんたは親父を殺したのか。
そんな簡単な話じゃねえ。
What?
そんな簡単な話じゃねえんだよ。
How? Did you like him? But you had to kill him? Is that what's going on? How is it a whole lot bigger? Oh boy. Cool, you killed him? Yeah, it was horrible. That was a miserable boss fight. Can love blossom between a police and whatever this clown is? I don't think so. I think there's a much greater chance that Tanimura shoots this man instead of kissing him. Sugi Uchimona. What are you talking about?
ゴム弾ですよ。死ぬほどじゃないですが、威力は相当なもんだったでしょう。
What do you mean? What's the point of that? You're still killing everyone. What does it matter? Did that even have a point? Is that just to make Saejima less complicit? So they can blame the other guy for this? Well, that's not very interesting. These guys are all criminals. Saejima walking in and killing 18 people is normal for a criminal. It makes it more interesting. Him walking in and thinking that he kills 18 people, but not actually killing 18 people is just bizarre. Thank you, woman on the wall. Can't have you play as a bad person. It's just silly. I guess. I think it works. In the grand scheme of things, it's meaningless. I just don't... I don't get why they thought that it was necessary. Like... It's so weird. If this ruins the game for some people, I think those people should be burnt at the stake. People hate this plot point because they think it takes away everything from Saejima's character development, but I think it's wrong. That is wrong. Because he still thinks that he killed those people. He walked in there thinking that he was taking their lives. By all means, he thought that he killed 18 people and he regrets it. Well, I don't know if it was regret, but it's a guilt that he has to harbor.
正確に頭を打ち抜かれている。この冴島という男はよほど射撃に手慣れた鉄砲玉だったんだろうね。
It doesn't take away from his character development, but it's a really sucky move by the developers. I think because this doesn't real the only purpose that this serves I don't know. I guess it's so they can also do this. But it feels stupid. Is he a bad person? Ryuji. They're Yakuza, so yes. Kiryu fights him at the end, so that makes him, by these games' definitions, a bad person. He's kind of in the tragic section with Nishiki, where they're both bad people, according to the games, but they're tragically bad.
宗像部長。
杉内君、この事件、私の推測では葛城という男が仕組んだことだったのではないかと思う。どうかね。冴島大河は葛城に利用されただけだ。このことに有能な君が思い至らなかったとはとても思えないのだがね。
それは。
杉内君、一つ君に頼みがある。
頼み。
私に桂木勲を引き合わせなさい。そうすれば今回のこの事件、君の報告書通りの結末にするが。
What?
どうだね。
Why? Okay.
宗像。ひょっとして今の警視庁副総監の。
ああ、俺らのバックにはあの宗像副総監がいる。これでお前も分かっただろう。敵は果てしなく強大な存在だ。
Wrong. We have another Yakuza 3 that are going to be on our side. Not in over our head. We've got a team that we're building.
これで楽になった。
Man, that feels good. Okay, shoot him now.
30年だ。30年も偽りの自分を演じてきたんだ。
Now you can die with it.
誰にも話せず、
Shoot him.
誰にも理解されずにな。
I don't care.
この苦しみがお前に理解
Bro, shut up. Don't you know how hard it is to lie to people? Oh, you're manipulating
が
him.
一体何がしたかったのか。
Don't do that.
25年前のあの日、
Tanamura,
宗像を
please.
桂木に引き合わせたあの日から
I'm the little angel on your shoulder. Shoot him in the head.
警察と極道両方の犬になっちまった。本当の自分の目的なんて
You're talking about dreams
しま
now.
ったよ。
Yeah, I bet it did. No, Tana.
お前はいいな。デカとして生きられて。偽りとはいえ
Honest enough to shoot him in the head?
やってると
Huh?
それなりに人に感謝されたり
Huh?
喜ばれたりすることもあった。俺はその度に悩み苦しんだ。果たして俺は何がしたいんだろうってな。
Is this game trying to redeem you?
解決するや。
One, that means that you will die. Two, I don't care.
頭じゃダメだと
You've been to
心の奥底では嬉しいという感情を覚えてる。
30 years is a long time. You could have regretted your actions sooner.
お前みたいに悩んで苦しんで走って力いっぱいデカやってみたかったな。
You didn't
杉内さん。
kill him.
逮捕しろよ。
Oh, shoot both of his wrists.
お前は自分の力で父親の仇
Be a little funky with it.
捕まえたんだ。
That's what he's offering. Surely.
どうした？
一つ
So he wasn't straight.
教えてくれ。
Knew it.
宗像の目的ってのは何だ？
He's trying to bang.
あんたや桂木を使って何をしようとしているんだ？
お前の目的は俺を捕まえることだろう。それは達成できたんだ。これ以上は知らない方がいい。
ダメなんだよ。それじゃ。
It's so nice to finally not be living a lie. Can I ask you one more question? No.
まだ事件は終わってない。だから俺は宗像を捕まえる。
それを知ったら日本の警察すべてを敵に回すぞ。それでもいいのか？
Yag?
親父の死の真相を知るために刑事になった時から覚悟はできてる。
そうか。
Thought that was like an iPod. There absolutely needs to be a moment in one of these games where someone real slowly pulls out a cigarette, and the second they light it, it explodes. That is absolutely something that they would do at some point. Oh, man. Who could have seen this coming? I can't believe he got shot after he tried to redeem himself. Oh, crazy. Well, who is that? Or don't, that's cool too. You want to tell us that thing about Munakata now? Oh my gosh. Who is it this time? Buddy. Say a name. Finally, I can die in a super cool and mysterious way. Say a name! You're a jerk to the very end, aren't you? Manipulative piece of garbage. You didn't even redeem yourself. Just cried about it, made us more confused. At least it wasn't a dead body that did it this time. That's true. Texture on his jacket was really good. That was pretty cool. Hello. Boom. Office explodes. This is identical. That sucks. Hydrate, I need to now. Gosh. There's two police characters. I wonder which one is the traitor. The real plot twist is that it was both of them. It's so stupid. It's the guy from Ace Attorney. I thought he slapped him. Me when I'm super evil. Dude, that sucks. Yay! I'm done with part 3! I feel so accomplished! Oh, hooray! Oh, yippee! Kiryu. Reunion. Who? There's so many characters that could apply to. Kiryu has met like 200,000 people. Ah, my eyes. Kiryu and Yumi? Yeah, uh-huh. Some bald guy? Oh, Saejima. Dude. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh gosh! Oh gosh! Oh no! A lot! Yo! This is the reunion. went for silent for so long, I was starting to get worried. They... It's so sucky when they give me an emotional character death sequence, and then they're like, just kidding. Like, I don't feel... I was liking this guy right before he died, but I feel even worse seeing that he's back. Because the game just got a cheap, fake-out sad scene and is still using him anyways.
なるほどな。まあ無理もね。
ところで浜崎、お前脱獄してきたのか？
How did you know?
どうして脱獄なんかしたんだ？そんなことをしてもまた罪を重くするだけだ。そうだろ。
It's like weird to see Kiryu again. I forgot he was in this game.
何日か前、
7?
冴島という男がここを訪れた。
Yeah, when they killed Ichiban, I was like, no.
お前の名前を口にしていた。
No way.
その話
Then they brought him back and I was just upset.
そうか。冴島のやつちゃんと生き延びていたのか。そうか。
The revelation of why Lucky 7 is called that again. Proud of you, Mona.
それで冴島はどうした？ちゃんとカムロ町には行けたのか？
ああ、向かった。その後無事にたどり着いたかまではわからないがな。
そうか。そうか。
お前、あの冴島って男とはどういう関係なんだ？
My gosh, look at this little cat.
兄弟だ。奴は俺の兄弟分だ。
兄弟？
What? Did they do that? Did they do a whole Kyodai Sworn Brothers thingamabob? When Saejima got out with him? Alright, so we've got Tanamura and Akiyama grouped up together, sort of. They at least know what's going on between each other. We've got Saejima, Majima, and now also Kiryu. And I imagine they're gonna end up grouping up together. So that'll be interesting. These guys will exchange 3 lines of dialogue and suddenly they're the bestest sworn brothers. Okay, so I got it. They're just sworn brothers because they got out of prison together. So Hamazaki, what do you want? Well, it's kind of a long story, but Saejima, this guy who bumped off Yoshiharu Ueno, chairman of the Ueno Seiwa back in 85. Wait, that's... Yep. Spent enough time in Kamurocho, gonna hear the story. Saejima killed 18 men all by himself that day. Used rubber bullets, too. It was really impressive. That's what they say. Anyways, 2 of us only just met. Both locked up in a private prison a stone's throw away from here. What do you mean, private prison? I mean, the government's not involved. Put the contract in place, yeah, but the private sector's been running the joint since the day they broke ground. Call it Okinawa Penitentiary No. 2. Take it you never heard the name? No. No idea a place like that exists in Okinawa. Officially call it a correctional facility, but that's a load of bull. It's a dumping ground for washed up Yakuza they want to snuff out for good. Tic Tac? Can do. I haven't had a berry one in a while. We got raspberry. Delicious. It's only a few days ago that Saejima got shipped down from whatever garbage dump they had him up in Tokyo. Which is when you met. Bingo. You two playing the jailbreak together? More or less. Though I'm the one who came up with the idea, if I'm being honest. Pretty cool. Why'd you pick Saejima as your partner? You saw him, right? Guy's built like a freaking brick wall. More importantly, knew what really happened back in 85. The truth. How? Back in the day, Saejima was real tight with Majima. Yeah, that Majima. That Ueno Seiwa hit? One where Saejima slaughtered those 18 guys? It's originally going to be a two-man job. Saejima and Majima. Oh no, okay, you knew about this part of the truth. Gotcha. Majima-san and Saejima were accomplices? Yep. The day of the attack, Majima never showed. That betrayal is how I convinced Saejima to break out with me. Explains why Saejima was talking about revenge when he was here. It's all BS, though. Majima would never have betrayed his brother. How do you know this much about Majima? They were both set up. I guess he did work in the Tojo clan with Majima. I didn't think about that. By who? A guy named Shibata. Set up a third-tier Tojo family at the time. Problem is, Saejima and I got split up before I got to tell him what really happened. I think I can guess the favor you want. Yeah. Gotta tell him the truth, no matter what. Why is it so important? As it stands, Saejima is gonna try and kill Majima. Not only that, but I really respect him. Doesn't deserve to be living life in the dark, you know? I mean, sure, I only asked him to help me bust out because of how tough he is. He actually started trusting me during the escape. Me, of all people. Look, my life's been nothing but betrayal after betrayal. Been on both sides of that coin. But two people look beyond all that. Chose to trust me anyway. You and Saejima. Hamazaki. Want another chance. Start over. Be a true brother to a guy who went out on a limb and actually trusted me. I cannot believe that this character has gone on in this direction after one of his 2 scenes that he was present in Yakuza 3 was literally him being a complete psychopath. Just absolutely insane. I'm begging you, Kiri-san, you gotta help me. Can someone ban that guy, please? I would appreciate it. One question first. What's that? Why do you need me to do it? Can't you go tell Saejima all this yourself? Appreciate it, Mona. Well, What is it, Hamazaki? I'm a gamer. I'm a low-resolution cutscene. Sorry, I was DS gaming? That's fine. I appreciate it. Got a badge, wants to be a captain or something? Captain of losers! That'll show him. What? Oh, was that the book that he had that he was hiding? Huh? What? Oh my gosh, Nishiki jump scare, what? Okay. A year back, when I was still suckling the Tojo clan teat, I found out that the top brass over at the Tokyo PD had their hands dirty. Real dirty, with tons of shady cash. That's something. I had to pause for a good minute or 5 when I saw that. I definitely didn't expect Nishiki to be in this game. That is a crazy thing to wrap back around to. I figured the Tojo clan just wanted money. They really were like looking back at all their plot points that they had, and they were like, "Oh, we never figured out what that was for. Can we do something about that real quick? Oh yeah, this would be cool. Yeah, let's do that." It is cool. It's awesome. But you can guess where I learned all that. Snake flower. Yep. Been working with one of the top men on the force for years. Laundered his money through foreign banks and everything. Why go through all that trouble, though? What do the police need with all that cash? They needed was to build what one of their highest-ranking boys called their utopia. Penitentiary number 2. Right again. The idea was they'd build a place to toss all the convicted Yakuza they round up, go and make deals with those very same Yakuza. Kind of deals. Stuff like bribing people to commit crimes. Then when the cops come in and save the day, everyone would think they were the heroes. Crime would become a police-controlled affair. Dude, that's sick. That's so silly. It's absurd. Yeah, an absurd power grab. Whoever handled those crimes would get big brownie points on the force, end up rocketing up the ranks. Still can't believe that 10 billion Jingu was trying to launder through the Tojo. Supposed to end up with the cops. I can't believe Jingu has been mentioned in Game 4. Believe me, I was just as surprised as you when I found out. Even the money getting blown to high heaven, the paper trail alone is some serious stuff. Honestly, the only reason I grabbed this file in the first place is because I wanted a little dirt on the warden. Something I could use to bargain my way out of there, you know? I gotta say, never thought I'd stumble on a storm this massive. This feels like it's out of my league, if you get me. I show up on Tokyo PD's doorstep with this baby in tow, and that'd be the last anyone ever hears of me. Turns out this file's not the bargaining chip I was hoping it'd be. It's yours now. But why me? Because you're at the center of everything that went down 5 years ago. Heck, you even had to beat the stuffing out of your own brother at the end of it all. Then, man, remember when he died? That sucked too, right? Kiryu? Do you hate me? Come on, don't give me the silent treatment here. I'm just bringing up a super traumatic experience for you. I just don't get it. Why'd you show me that? I already told you. Gotta go to Kamurocho and tell my boy Saejima really... There's more to it than that. I know there is. Besides, you would end up being behind bars again in no time without this bargaining chip of yours. Stuffing was an awesome censor. Thank you, Breg. Of the pause they do every time they say number 2. Yeah, because of the period. It's really awesome. So tell me, Hamazaki, what are you really after? I just want to be a character in this series. Mr. Dragon of Dojima. That's my only wish. What?
俺らがいなくなっちまった登場会で今とんでもねえことが起こってるんだ。俺はな、桐生。あんたにもう一度あの町の頂点に立ってもらいてんだよ。そうじゃなきゃ俺たちが命かけてきた登場会がなくなっちまうんだ。
I mean, yeah, but they're Yakuza though, right? Would that be that bad? Most of the cool people are dead. We've got, like, Majima in the ranks. Daigo is there. Man, remember Daigo? I forgot about him until just now. Taichi in the house! Yo! Man, it's Taichi. We're home, Uncle Kaz. Looks like you kids had a good trip. That backpack is the same size as that child. Enjoy yourselves? Oh yeah, it was awesome. We hiked, went camping, even saw some old bones and stuff at a museum. Was it super cool, Koji? Mm-hmm. Gotta go with us sometime, Uncle Kaz. How was your grades trip, Ayoko? Throat. You can do it. Live. Great. The end of that dialogue and I couldn't do it. Hey, Uncle Kaz, who's the super murdery looking guy? An old friend? I guess he was lying to make the children feel better. But the fact that he immediately said old friend is so funny. I can hydrate, Mona. Don't Haruka me. Kids are pretty used to Kiryu bringing strange people to the orphanage. Honestly, Kiryu could have just been like, oh, this guy stabbed me last year, but he's cool now. And the kids have been like, oh, okay. Buddy, you're not special. Every single person who is friends with Kiryu has tried to kill him at some point. I don't think there's a single exception. I think every single person has. Don't worry, Haruka, I will blame you. If he betrays me again, it's your fault. Wow. Remember when Haruka tried to stab Kiryu in his sleep? She held a gun up to him. Haruka surely tried to do it at some point. I mean, she holds a gun up to him in their introduction. In her introduction, I mean. When did that happen? When she's at the bar. In the first game. That's the first time you see her in the entire series. You can argue that it's not her trying to kill him, but she still holds a gun up to his head. She didn't try to shoot him, though? She doesn't even point at him? I mean, I don't remember it exactly. I know Kiryu makes her put it down. She just has it in her hands. Yeah, but she's like 2. She could hit him with it. She could pistol whip him. At like 3 years old. She could do it. Going back to Kamurocho, aren't you? Haruka, I'm so sorry, Haruka. I have to go back to Kamurocho so often. I just don't get it, Uncle Kaz. How can you trust him so easily? He stabbed you in broad daylight, Uncle Kaz. You almost died. I'll never trust him. Never in a million years. Haruka, please. I know it doesn't make any sense at all, but believe me. Whenever I see him, I just think back to what happened last year. What he did to you. That really terrifies me, Uncle Kaz. Haruka. I've always believed in you. No, I have. But this time, I'm really worried. Feels like if you go to Tokyo now, you're never gonna come home. Heard us talking last night, huh? You mean you want to know what happened 5 years ago, but I don't care one way or another. I just want you to be safe. Don't care? Haruka, you lost both your parents in that incident. I lost Nishiki and Kazuma-san. There really was something more going on behind the scenes. Wouldn't you want to know what it was? I'm happy just being here with you, Uncle Kaz. That's all I need. Not the truth. Just you. Haruka. Aw, man. Kiryu's not gonna be going to Tokyo. He shoots him in the head. Stabs him a second time. Hey, happened to distance? I forgot a word. I assume the word was what? What happened to distance? Yeah, he did a really bad job at that. Your life's here. It's not worth throwing that away. Kiryu will not ever consider these words again. He probably won't consider them now either. Guess I'm gonna head down to the station now. Turn myself in. Already? Sooner the better, I figure. Anyway, I'll be seeing you, Kiryu-san. Hold on. Do you even know where the police station is? I'm an adult. I got eyes. I'll find it. I'm coming with you, Hamazaki. Might have had our differences. What with you stabbing me and all. But you at least deserve a proper send-off after all we've been through together. You know, all we've been through. When you stabbed me. When you gave me a book. We've been through a lot. Suit yourself. Yay, buddies! Incredible. Don't think Kiryu actually understands Japanese. I think he's just been faking it. Kiryu's actually French. Can I fry him? Of course you can. Yeah, absolutely. Worm! Yeah! Worm! All right. Best game in the series. Let's go! I got my worm. I'm ready. Worm moment. So true. Sure about this, Hamazaki? 100%. Only way I'm reuniting with Saejima is when we're both back in the slammer. Hamazaki, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think Saejima's going back to the slammer. Please, why won't you listen to me? Oh, that's nice. Brother was sent to a prison in Okinawa. I know he was. You can say it all you want, lady, but I've never heard of this penitentiary number 2 you keep going on about. Now go home already. No, please. You have to listen to me. I'm begging you. I already have listened. Listen. No, that's your job. I already told you, we looked through the logs of every prisoner shipped down here. Your brother isn't, and has never been, in an Okinawa prison. He is, I just know he is. Please check for Taiga Saejima one more time. Please, officer. What? Huh? Gah?
これ以上調べても同じです。とにかくもうお引き取りください。
ちょっと待ってください。
Hey, ma'am.
あんたもしかして
タイガの
知り合いか？
タイガは私の兄です。
She'd have to be like terrified out of her mind right now, surely, seeing these two people in front of her.
もしよければ少しお話を聞かせてもらえませんか？
もしかして兄のことで何かご存知？
You're surprisingly... Oh, okay. That makes it easier. I thought she would be very not willing to go with these two. Cool. Nice. I thought Kiryu was in his Zero suit all of a sudden. You know, when you say Zero suit, that's a very different thing. I thought about the suit from Zero. I didn't take a moment to consider that that's a thing that a different character from a different game wears. This is a wacky trio. This is an insane trio of people. Heck is this place, Kiryu? Ex-hideout of a family called the Tamashiro I crossed swords with last year. It's been empty for a while now. So anywhere we won't be interrupted, it's here. Ryan would be so happy if he could hear you. Yeah, he probably would be. Ready to talk? Might be able to find where your brother is if we pool all the information we have. Are they gonna have another The Plot Yakuza 3 trademark moment? Said you were Taiga Saejima's sister. That's right. Her name is Yasuko Saejima. I haven't seen my brother for 25 years now. Every single day I tried to visit him in prison. But they never once let me in to see him. Not a single time in all those years. Then just a few days ago I heard he was being transferred to penitentiary number 2 down in Okinawa. As soon as they told me, I left Kamurocho and raced down here. But no matter how many times I ask, all the authorities insist such a place has never existed. That's what we walked in on. Yes, I'm at my wit's end here. Yasuko-san, yeah? Anyone who told you penitentiary number 2 doesn't exist either doesn't know the truth or is lying to you. It's real, all right. What? I should know. I've been there. You have? Oh, yeah. Give it some fancy name and number like a regular old prison, but it's not actually government run. You ever hear of a private prison? Of course. That's what penitentiary number 2 is? Yep. Details are gonna have to come later, though. Got some more important news for you first. Truth of the matter is, I know your brother. You know Taiga? Mm-hmm. Oh, and here's another grain of truth for you. This guy knows him, too. He's long gone from Okinawa. Probably reached Kamurocho by now, if I had to guess. Me and him broke out together a few days ago. You... what? Just telling the truth. Brother washed up at my orphanage the next day, and I ended up giving him some money to get up to Kamurocho. Sorry, Yasuko. You just missed him. In that case, can't afford to waste any more time here. Need to get back to Kamurocho at once. Man, I was having a good time. Imagine they shoot him and he dies again.
どうした
変な連中が大量にビルに入ってきやがった。刺すかもしれん。どうするキリュウ。
今警察に捕まったら説明する。
Well, Hamazaki, there's a window right there. We could jump out of it. Man, you guys are boring. Come on. Have some fun. There were like 3 squares of window right there. Perfect for you. Oh my goodness.
間に合わなかったか。
They need a 4th member to be the bootleg Yakuza 4. Maybe there'll be another traitor cop. Ooh, that bass line is kind of a banger. Wait a minute, the worm! Oh my gosh. Imagine. No! So that's the goober running the police, begging to see Saejima. Who are these guys, Hamazaki? Guards. From that garbage dump penitentiary I was telling you about. These goobers are the cruelest goons in the business. Rich coming from an escaped convict. Look, I'll go back with you. Whatever I gotta do. Just leave these 2 out of it. They don't got a dang thing to do with this. No can do. I'd rather get beaten to death. Not gonna kill you, but you're gonna need a serious attitude adjustment once we get you back in the slammer. Might have to beat you till you change. He's done that. Either way, that goober isn't going anywhere. Why? It's between you and me. Sorry, but Warden's orders told me to bring him Taiga Saijima's sister, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Huh? Me? But why would... Oh, is the warden gonna be like the chief or the Mune whoever guy that they threw out of nowhere? Man, this is a load of bull. Hamazaki. Huh. Take care of Yasuko-san. What? What are you saying, Kiryu? I'll beat all of these men to death. You stay behind me and keep her safe, understand? Yeah. Hear that? If you want to get to Yasuko, you're going to have to go through me. If I have to protect her, and she has a health bar, I'm going to be very upset. Who are you, tough guy? Someone who spent almost a quarter of his life in prison. I can tell you're no ordinary guards. Step aside, pal. Or who knows, might just accidentally beat you to death. I really don't think you're gonna do that. I think you'll find that's not as easy as you expect. Your funeral. No more messing around. Slaughter him. Okay. Whatever you say. Gosh, was Kiryu always this fast? He's gonna do a stupid... Starts with upgrades in this game? Oh, he does! Oh my gosh! Level 10? Aww. Aww. Playing the faster combo speed, I don't think you got in 3. Yeah, I probably never got it. Aw, man. Okay, well, double finishing blow for sure. You get there eventually? Yeah, hopefully. Wind God? Okay. Wow, you've got a million things here, buddy. Everyone else had like half as many upgrades as you. And I'm still getting destroyed by Saito. This guy's insane. What is his problem? I'm gonna throw you. And then do no damage to you while you're on the floor. What? Dude! I can't... Why can he do that? I can't pick up people on the ground because I'm not Saejima? I tried to dodge that and it didn't work. Can move while doing combos, right? It's not a memory I made up? What do you mean? It depends on your definition of move. Okay, spamming B there does not work to get a reversal on him. I can't... They brought this awful thing back. And he's, like, not possible when you're not Saejima. Starting a combo, you can change directions while doing the combo. Yeah. This sucks. Oh my gosh! That'll show him! Man, I tried to quick step that and it still doesn't work. I just, like, I'm not allowed to hit him. can't do that in the original. It's awful. Oh, wow, that does suck. Oh my gosh! Leave me alone! Try whipping him from afar so you catch him with a finishing blow only. Yeah, I had to do a little bit of that in Zero, but... Oh my gosh! Absolutely horrendous! Hydrate, I can do that. I'll have a tic-tac too. Oh, and there's your Neocam. Thank you for trying to help me, Mori. This game has had some awful boss fights today. Let's get some essence ofs. Why while drunk and running? Absolutely that one. That sounds like it might be helpful. Ooh, yeah. Some enemies like to dodge a lot in that game, so if your combo gets dodged, you have to stop comboing or you'll get killed. That's fantastic. Sometimes the gameplay in these games is absolutely pristine. But sometimes it's so bad. You're actually joking, man. That knocks me over. Isn't even particularly strong with words, he just for some reason has massive stun strings and a counter. It's weird. I'm just happy to know that that boss is genuinely bad. Every time I'm struggling against something in one of these games, I'm worried that it's actually super easy. Alright, well this is exactly why we got what we did. Nice. I'm glad I was immediately rewarded for that purchase. I see you over there, sir. Okay, well, I guess you're not gonna shoot me, so I actually don't really care. I just made him scared. He has a gun and he's horrified. Bomp. Bink. Bomp. Alright, we got another. Let's get some more teen actions. Or did I picked out the only good ones. Okay. Well, I get the other ones just because I can. Well, doing a Komaki Daruma tumbler? I don't even know what that is. Let's get it. No, thank you. Oh my gosh! No! 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 Oh! Why did you miss him? I didn't even do anything to him! How can he block that? Woo! Kiryu, why? Whoop! What are you gonna do, buddy? Huh? I'm ready for you now. Gosh dang it. Can only do a finishing blow if I'm behind you. Oh, gamed on! Gamed on! Oh gosh dang it. I need to heal. Bump! Just turned into Bloodborne. Woo! Woo! Oh! No! No! Okay. Oh! The only fight that... Honestly, if you were fighting this guy as Tanamura, it might be kind of sick. No! My shins! Woo! I'm so scared! Oh, my shins! I'll get him eventually, guys! Oh my gosh, that didn't even look like it should have hit me. Oh my gosh! And he's immediately immune to grabs, too. I tried. What? Oh! Whoa! Whoop! No, 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 no. Huh? What do you do against that, buddy? Not today, sir. No! Yes! What, are you going insane? Yeah, but it was worth it. Imagine they made Saito the Yakuza of this game. Not only is it cool character-wise, just a reoccurring boss fight. Not nearly as... Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, guys! You have no idea what I just had to do. Hamazaki, I need you to come with us. I worked so hard so you could. I thought he was playing Akiyama. You were soothing around. It's one of the most fun boss fights I've ever done, I'm not gonna lie. I had a blast. Not the first one that I did a couple minutes ago, but that one was great. Fighting him in a hallway is abysmal. Fighting him anywhere sucks. But that room was so much more tolerable than a hallway. Atrocious boss fight by design, though. I only had a blast because I had to go insane to be able to outplay him. I think that's the plot of Majima. That is, actually, yeah. Me when I see sunlight for the first time in 7 minutes and pass out. What? Oh yeah, you did get shot. Quo? Hello, Indigo. Is that Barack Obama? Yeah, he's dead. That's massive spoilers. But we go to Okinawa and Barack Obama gets assassinated, yeah. It's rough in this game. What? This isn't right. What? What? Why? Why'd they hit us with the fake out gunshot? No reason at all. That was only like... that was like less than an hour ago, too. What's the point of that? No, Zhao-san? You've been a better friend to me than I've ever been to you. Don't be ridiculous. No, it's not true. Just sorry the truth turned out to be so harsh. Your father murdered by another man on the force. Can barely believe it. Yeah, you're telling me. Some about all this doesn't sit well with me. How will your father's spirit ever find peace? Probably won't. I think he'll be just fine. Hmm? Chief Isai, Sugiyuchi-san? You're tired of being used by Munakata and Katsuragi all these years. The two of them spent their whole lives serving others. Their final moments, those were theirs and theirs alone. Oh, he died! Went out following their own brand of justice. They were bad people. Machan. Well, at least Sugiyuchi was. The chief just kind of died. He didn't really do much. Sugiyuchi-san must have known telling me the truth of what happened 25 years ago was signing his own death warrant. But he did it anyway. Chief Isai took his own life in order to spare you, me, and Mei Hua. Oh, that was a twist. Okay, that's kind of cool, actually. Explains what he said into the phone before he shot himself. Both of them will be dealt with. Yeah. Chief Isai told Munakata I was dead so he'd stop coming after me. Spared my life so that I could do what's right. So that I could do with what he never could. Just woke up but I kind of sleep more. Good night, Indigo. Sleep many. I mean, bring Munakata down? Exactly. Did they ever mention Munakata before today? I literally don't remember this guy ever existing. How are you going to do that, Machan? Munakata is one of the most powerful men in one of the top police institutions in the world. Well, I don't think I'll be getting much help from my fellow officers, that's for sure. Did someone call for a Yakuza 4? Ni hao. Akiyama-san. Whew. Stuff's really hit the proverbial fan, huh? Telling me. Anyway, what's up? I wouldn't swing by here without good reason. You know, sometimes it's depressing how sharp you are. What happened? That was not the person I thought it was. District Attorney's goon showed up at my office, started tearing the place apart at the seams. Not to mention they chucked me out on the street. Wait, they're investigating Sky Finance. On what grounds? Said they're looking into some kind of coercion. Exact terms eluding me at the moment. Anyway, the issue is my tests. Said I'm forcing people to do stuff they don't want to do in exchange for money. Classic coercion case, I guess. Looks like I can hear the words coming out of the DA's mouth himself. Anyway, I didn't know where else to turn, so I thought I'd drop by here. Looks like I caught you at a bad time, though. Want me to come back later? Oh, your timing actually couldn't be better. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Need a hand with something, Akiyama-san. Saejima burst through the door. Hey, guys, just thought I'd, you know, show up. Something was calling me. Don't know what it was. Now, are we jumping back to Kiryu, or are we looking at some Saejima stuff? Kiryu. Yep.
Kiryu-san.
Kiryu, just because you're in Kamurocho doesn't mean you have to put the suit back on. You can wear the Hawaiian shirt still.
あんまり悠長にしている暇はなさそうだ。すぐにあんたのお兄さんを探そう。
ええ。
だがとりあえずその前にあんたに言っておきたいことがある。ちょっとついてきてくれ。
Love seeing that sign. Where did he even get that from? Did he have the time to go home? Was it on him? It was underneath his clothes, like the Superman outfit. Can't think of a better place to talk than New Serena. Yasuko-san. It's a bar near here that I used to go to back in the day. Can catch our breath there for a bit. Okay, I'll follow your lead. It's colder up north in Tokyo than the Okinawa island. Yeah, but Kiryu's strong. He can endure the cold to look a little bit cooler. What's this truck doing here? Someone moving. That's unfortunate. Pocket-sized suit. Yeah. Who is that? Oh, Date. Hi.
Kiryu.
Hey, how's it going?
久しぶりだな。
Was him working here a thing that they started in like the last game? Or is this a new thing? Because I thought he was like a journalist. He's kind of moving down, isn't he? Police detective down to journalist down to oh, this poor guy. At least he's probably happy though. Last game he was just hanging out with John Serena. Now he is John Serena. Honestly, I'm proud of him. What's going on, Kiryu? Show up in a guy's bar and don't even drop him a line first? Sorry for not letting you know, Date-san. We have some business in town. Work never ends for the X-Fourth chairman, huh? Oh, I forgot he was that. Got that right. Anyway, this is Yasuko Saejima. I'm here helping her with a little something. It's nice to meet you. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. She's a knockout, Kiryu. How'd you to bring a girl like her back here, huh? Whatever you're thinking, I guarantee you've got the wrong idea. Let's leave it at that. She likes a different guy that she also has no chemistry with. By the way, where's Mama? Gone for the week. Family trouble, you know how it goes. You're holding down the fort while she's gone? Yep. It's real pain, what with my other work and all, but she insists we keep it open for the regulars. Lucky for us that she does. Now, Kiryu, what's this little something you need to take care of? Oh, right. Mind taking a seat, Yasuko-san? Please. Just need to ask you something before we head out to find your brother. Okay. Next game, he's just in the sewers. Yeah, by the time we get to Yakuza 8, Date is now just homeless and he joins the party. Oh man, that'd be the best. Oh, that'd be so cool. What a natural progression for his character. What is it you want to ask me? Sorry if this is a blunt question. But why do you need to see your brother so bad? Bad enough to murder for it? Date Nanba game? That's phenomenal, because that just looks like Date Nanba game. I would also play that. Wait, what? Kiri-san, is this really the best place to... Don't worry about Date-san. He's an ex-detective, yeah, but we can trust him. I promise. Never turn you in without hearing what you had to say first. Isn't that right, Date-san? Well, yeah, that's right. It took me a really long time to be able to press A. Now tell me the truth, Yasuko-san. Why'd you go so far for your brother? Yasuko-san. Come on. It's because Taiga's everything to me. I owe my life. What? Serious. If it weren't for him, I would have died years ago. Go on. Have you ever heard of a living donor kidney transplant? Oh, okay, that is very simple. Oh yeah, you read about those things all the time. It's when they give you a kidney from one of your relatives, right? So you only need one after all. Right. Truth of it is, I'm the recipient of one of those living donor transplants. This is so funny. It's... Why do you owe... Why do you owe Sajima your life? And you think she's gonna tell some, like, super insane, emotional Yakuza story. And she's just like, oh no. He gave me his kidney. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Truth of it is, I'm recipient of one of those living donor transplants. My brother's the one who gave it to you, huh? That's what you meant when you said you owe him your life. Yes. Hold on. Getting a transplant like that from your sibling isn't all that uncommon. Not judging or anything. Do you really owe him that much just for a kidney? It's not that simple. Think you can explain? Kidney I got. It wasn't Taiga's. He wasn't a match. Want different blood types? Well, yes, but... But what? Why couldn't you get the transplant from your brother? Asuko-san? I think I get what's going on here. You and Taiga aren't actually siblings. Kiryu! He's right. Taiga's my stepfather's son from his prior marriage, when my mother had me before she and my stepfather ever even met. Okay, got it. It was Yakuza stuff then. Where'd you find a match? Since my mother had already passed, Taiga tracked down my biological father and begged him to donate his kidney to me. Okay. That's pretty cool. Saejima. That's pretty cool, but it's not like Yakuza shenanigans. I thought that he might have, like, killed someone, but that's fine. On the regular difficulty of finding a kidney donor, my blood type is extremely rare. Direct relative was my only hope of a match. Once Taiga learned that, he spent every waking moment of his life scouring the city until he found my father. He was only 15 years old at that time. Still just a kid, huh? Honestly, given up hope. Before my mother died, she told me my father was nothing more than an abusive drunk with no chance of ever changing. Based on what I knew, it seemed likely he was already dead. Even if he wasn't, I didn't want to live knowing I owed my life to such a horrible man. At the time, I would have rather died than continue on carrying a part of him inside me. But Taiga wouldn't take no for an answer. So no matter what happened, he would take care of me. Then, you found your dad. Yes. Well, where was he? In Kansai. He started working for a Yakuza organization called the Omi Alliance, handling the dirty jobs nobody else wanted to touch. The Omi? That's right. Taiga went alone to Kansai, knowing full well that my father was a Yakuza, but... Let me guess. Tried to extort him. Exactly. Yakuza through and through. My father demanded a massive sum of money in exchange for one of his kidneys. This is getting stranger and stranger. How much cash are we talking here? 30 million yen. 30 mil? That's a ton now, but it was a fortune back then. How was a kid ever supposed to get his hands on that kind of money? Actually, that was a lot less back then. I could find 30 mil by beating up people on the street. Date Namda get in a helicopter and it crashes, but then Namda calls his pigeons to carry the helicopter. Oh, that's peak. Blood type is E. If you play Deltarune and choose type E for your blood type, Taiga will appear at some point in the game and attempt to take your kidney. That's so true. Oh my gosh. Pretty sure this was before the bubble era. Well, they need to get good then. He wasn't, that was the point. But Taiga didn't give up. He started fighting thugs in the streets of Kamurocho, trying to scrape together whatever funds he could. That would never work. Not for cash like that. It didn't. Not until Sasai-san from the Tojo clan stepped in. Gave Taiga the 30 million under one condition. He joined the Sasai family. So that's how he ended up in the Tojo. All that time, Taiga never turned his back to me. Even when it seemed like all hope was lost, he supported me. Dropped out of high school, gave up on his dream of becoming a teacher, even joined the Yakuza for me. See, game, it wouldn't, like... You could make this guy genuinely kill 18 people, and it wouldn't take away from how fantastic of a person he is. Like, yeah, he'd kill people, but that's what the Yakuza do. He's very clearly still a good person. So that's what you meant when you said you owe him your life. That's right. It's everything to me. Not only did Taiga literally save my life, but he gave me the will to keep on living. Yasuko-san. That's so sweet.
正直言うと、兄が18人殺した犯人とか、そうじゃないとか、
Exactly!
別にいるとか、そんなのはどうでもいいんです。私にとってお兄ちゃんはお兄ちゃんだから。
あんたにはここで待っていてもらう。少しこの店で頭を冷やした方がいい。
If you leave or get kidnapped while I'm gone, I'm going to be very mad.
もし冴島がすでに死んでいたとしたら、あんたどうするつもりだ？死ぬ気なんじゃないのか。
That's an insane way to end a cutscene. What would you do? Take your own life? And then she's just like sad. What the heck? Yasuko-san, keep saying you owe Taiga your life. And I get it. You all rely on other people. It's hard to keep going without someone loving you, supporting you, pushing you onward. But in your case, Taiga became more than that. He's not just your support. He's your reason to keep living. I know life hasn't been easy for you. Losing your parents is one of the worst pains imaginable, and you had to bear that burden at a far younger age than most. But having a hard life doesn't excuse the way you've lived. Not that I have any right to talk. Made my fair share of mistakes. Kiryu. Understand why you feel so strongly, but that emotion has led you to some bad decisions. It's not a stretch to say it's completely clouded your judgment. So I need you to stay here while I go figure out where your brother is. It's for your own good. But... Kiryu. Don't worry. I'll find him. I'll make sure you two are reunited. I promise. But for now, just need to be patient. Okay? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Yasuko-san. Take care of her for me, will you? Do you even have to ask? I think so. You've done a really bad job at keeping people from not getting kidnapped in the past, Tate-san. Kiryu really just said, would that be messed up or what? Yeah. Yasuko, you know everything you've been working so hard for? Wouldn't it suck if it was for nothing? Man, wouldn't that just be the worst? Hold on a sec, Kiryu. What's wrong? Something I need to tell you. Couldn't really say it in there. Does it involve Yasuko-san? You bet. She found out about this, she'd just end up getting herself into more trouble. Well? What is it? Well, You only just got here, so you probably haven't noticed, but the whole town's been kinda on edge lately. Because of Saijima. Partially, I'm sure. But there's more to it than that. Right on the street is Majima and Saijima linked up a few days ago. What? Yep. Here Majima had his boys line the whole dang street to keep the cops off Saijima. Huh. So they've already met. Speaking of Date-san, do you know where I can find Majima-san? Need to talk to him as soon as possible. Not just about Saijima. Majima-san might be able to tell me more about the connection between the top police brass, Jingu, and the Tojo clan. I can't believe that Jingu is relevant. Police? What are you talking about? Sorry, but I can't say much more than that. Just know that people are gunning for the Tojo. No matter what's going down, you need to hear Majima-san's side of the story. Alright, last I heard, he's taking root up on the top floor of the Millennium Tower. Gosh dang it! Starting there's your best bet. Great. Thanks, Sade-san. Got an email. Dude, sick! Hope it's Mac. Come to the Yoshida Batting Center. Let's finish what we started 4 years ago. Hinakure Curve 2005 at gmail.com? Who is this guy? Oh my gosh! Komaki! Hey! Good to hear. Who is that guy? I can upgrade abilities. Wait, what are these? Oh. I mean, yeah. Those are helpful. I didn't even notice those were in here. Yeah, who did I just get emails from? Well, I mean, I know Komaki. Who is this? 4 years ago? What did Kiryu start with someone 4 years ago? Alright, I'll beat you up, sir. You're really asking for it. It's 2011, right? 2007 was 4 years ago? I think it's 2010. That was a fantastic sound effect. That's 2006? Is that 2? Okay. Who was in 2? Who was in 2 that could be about? Because it's a side thing. Okay, you know what? We have to go up to the top of the Millennium Tower, and I just hit the 3-hour mark. So let's go check out what this side thing is instead. Or did she go check it out, methinks? Yeah, that's what... I mean, it's like asking me for it. I have literally no idea what's going on. It's related to Yakuza 2, which was pretty awesome. Maybe it'll be cool. Huh? Name is of no importance, so take you read the email? Please step inside. Okay. Pretty sure the chapter ends one cutscene after you get close to the Millennium Tower, so you can finish it up as well. Okay. Kiryu, I've been waiting. Do I know you? Not surprised you don't remember me. I've had you on my brain non-stop these past 4 years. Don't tell me you forgot what you said to me. Felt like swinging a bat around and we were going to be the curveballs. I've had guys calling me the curveball for years. No way! No way they mentioned Takashi again! You're joking! You're actually kidding! But you're not even... I don't even know you. You're not even Takashi, you're someone else! Flora's son? Yeah. The worst part of the entire plot in 2. Don't make me do baseball. Gosh dang it. This is not worth it. Oh my gosh, this room is Kiwami. What?! That was incomprehensible! Wow, this is impossible to read in this game. Oh, that made him give up. I hit one ball and he was like, man, I'm bested. Yes! What? I really don't care about what you have to say. You're not even Takashi. You're the guy who tried to beat up Takashi. That's, like, as uninteresting as you get. Thank you for the sacred chunk of wood? What did I... What? 5,000 experience points. That was just a load of nonsense. Got some bark for this? Yeah. That was good, at least. Oh, I need to knock people over. What am I thinking? I have to do that so much more still. I'm so stupid. Bam! I've been off my game. I haven't been running into people today. Nice. Me forever from now is going to be really grateful for past me doing all this. Oh, the cutscene starts here. Yeah, we'll just quit at the chapter end. Huh? Duh? Duh? Oh, the police are blocking it off. Huh? Man, he looks so horrible. They got him. They did. He does not care, buddy.
うまいことはめられてしもた。これでしばらく身動きが取れへん。誰にやられた？大悟や。
Huh? Daigo is relevant?
大悟が。おい、勝手に話すな。そこの君も下がりなさい。オウム執行妨害で逮捕するぞ。
I was fully convinced he wouldn't even be a part of this game.
急げや桐生ちゃん。全部の事件はつながっとる。25年前のやつも100億の事件も安子ちゃんのやつもや。
なんだと。
このままやと俺らの登場会が潰されてまう。それに今は安子ちゃんが危ない。お前しかおらん。あとは頼んだで。
Majima, no! Majima! All these other people looking around like they have any idea who that is. Nope, nope, nope. That's... Nope. It's not there. There's nothing on the screen. It's gone. It's closed. No more video game. No spoilers. No spoilers. Halfway done with the part? Yeah, these have been moving really quick all of a sudden. Is that the last chapter then? No, there's 3 more. There's the 2 other bits of Kiryu's part, and then the final big finale part. Kind of like how in... I wonder if this is how they'll do it in Yakuza 5 as well. But in Yakuza 0, it was 2 Kiryu chapters, 2 Majima chapters, and you switch between them, and then the very last one was the big finale. So this game has been 4 chapters for one character, 4 for the next, 4 for the next, 4 for the last, and then finale. Yakuza 5 keeps the part system. That makes sense. Do they have, like... Is there, like, 21 chapters in Yakuza 5, then? No. I mean, this game has... What? 17? 2 characters share 1 part. Oh! Okay. That's not the worst, then. That's not too bad. Actually, 5 playable characters in that. Mona has said yes. Mona has said yes before. That's really gonna be something. Can't wait to see the Yakuza 5 in action. Getting very close to seeing the Yakuza 4. Are we gonna finish next stream? Never mind, it's 20 chapters. Oh, so I was kind of right. Finale's a whole part in itself, I forgot. Oh! Okay. Just like Pikmin if you ignore the number 4. True! So unbelievably right. How have I never thought of that? Wow! Might be able to finish next stream, yes? Okay, if I do finish next stream, then I'll start 5 on Saturday. Because I didn't think I would finish it this quick. I thought I had at least 4 more streams of the game to go. But yeah, if we do finish next time, then I'll do 5. Which is gonna feel weird. I feel like there needs to be more in between 4 and 5. You remember Chapter 3 being that long? Chapter 4 is a bit long, but by long I just mean it's one big long battle. Okay. That sounds cool. Man, I am liking this game a lot. Unless they completely butcher everything they've had going for them so far, which I really don't think they do. Because Mona said that the one plot point is what makes people hate this game, and we're past that. This will probably be my favorite game in the series so far. Other than 7, which I need to refresh myself on. Because 7 is... That's going to be hard to top. They aren't done with rubber bullets? That's sick. That's awesome. Do a one-stream game like Super Mario Land? Oh, true. Finale's medium length is essentially 4 fights. Oh, I get it. The Yakuza 4. Oh, dude. It makes sense. Everything in this game is 4. Oh my gosh, what if I made a Yakuza game tier list? And then I didn't show anyone until I was completely done with all the games. Oh, that's so smart, me. You're so right. Do Xenoblade 2 speedrun after Yakuza 4? I don't think I want to do that. Oh, also spoilers for the tier list, but Yakuza 0 is not an S tier. And it's not just because I had a miserable time completing it. Do a future connected playthrough? That's maybe the worst suggestion I've ever received. Not even for a stream, just in anything. God, this tier list sucks. This is not helpful. They have all the Japanese cover art. I'm not Japan. Okay, here we go. This one's better. I meant redeemed. I'm sorry, I meant redeemed. Okay. You are redeemed. I appreciate that. I'm going to prematurely put Yakuza 4 above Yakuza 0. Because this game is better. Why doesn't this have 4 and 5 remastered? Whatever. That's fine. Dude, like, that's just, I'll like the future, like, oh! Yeah, I get it. Dude. I don't know what I like more between Kiwami and Kiwami 2. That's the hard part for me, I think. Oh, speaking of Kiwami, I thought you were just going to put like a green emoji in the chat. That'd be kind of awesome. Nice. There it is. Fantastic work, Greg. You have earned 1 Discord clap sound effect from me. I'm not in a Discord chat right now, so I can't play it, but just imagine. Pretend with your ears. Remember when he struggled in the funeral sequence because you had to talk with the guy like 3 times and he finds like 2 things? It was not as bad in the original. How did they mess that up? How do you mess that up? In the original, all you had to do was register in the reception thing, get the badge, and that's it. Literally, why did they do that then? Kiwami 1 is my least favorite Yakuza game. Okay, it's decided. No, I gotta put 3 at the bottom. Playtime number go up. So you can't refund it. Why does this use the Japanese cover art for 7 and 8, but the English cover art for everything else? What wacky tier list is this? Whatever. Shouts to the first chapter being twice as long in the remake. Yeah, that was my favorite. Okay, I have my certified start to a tier list. Not showing it, but your video game spoilers. I mean, I said that Yakuza 3 was at the bottom. So, Yakuza 3 is on the bottom, 4 is on the top, I also haven't put 7 on there yet because I want to give myself a refresher. I might just play through that game again. I have to do legend mode. I could do that. Wait, 3 on the bot. Dude. I will. Okay, Mona, 3's on the bottom, but none of them are low. The only reason that 3's on the bottom is Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2 have really high highs. Ah, no! Now I'm thinking about it. Gosh dang it. Do I want 3 there? Ah! This is hard. I don't want to do this. I feel like a bad person putting any of these games on any tier. I feel like you enjoyed 3 more than Kiwami. That's probably true. Put them all on B tier and go to sleep. Shh! You can't see the tier list, Breg. You're not supposed to say what it is. I should go to sleep, though. I do need to do that. Alright, gamers. This was fun. Next time, I think we'll finish the game. I had so much fun today. I think this is the most fun I've had playing this game so far. And I was playing as my least favorite character for most of the stream. I'm, like, into the story. This is the first game that's gotten me properly into the entire story. I'm so happy about that. I was really hoping that would happen eventually, and it finally has. Genuinely a huge fan. This game is really entertaining. It is! This approach to the narrative is so smart. It's so enjoyable. Getting all the bits and pieces and piecing them together instead of getting bits and pieces and you just keep getting bits and pieces and being confused until the middle and then having someone tell you all the answers at the end is so much more interesting. This is so much more interesting. So Rhyme described 13 Sentinels. Gosh dang it. I have to go. I have to go. I have to go after that. I have to go. Good night. Goodbye. I will see you on Friday with more Yakuza 4 and probably the end of it.